Friends, good morning. This is my third presentation tonight. Now it's 4 a.m. now. I'm going to talk about very few things over here, which is pertaining to Russia and Ukraine conflict. Let me make it very clear. In my previous videos, I have told that democratic right and right to exercise this country's integrity and freedom, whatever way you say it, whatever Russia is doing it, Mr. Putin is doing it is totally wrong. I don't support a single point or agenda of Mr. Putin. I've been watching Mr. Putin till 2000 to 2022 when he holds many positions, right? He was deputy prime minister, he was prime minister, he was president, and he has taken a kind of a permanent position in Russia. He is the longest serving president and he is a billionaire. People talk about he has got 76 billion US dollar worth of assets. Some are telling 150, some are sorry, some are telling, I'm so sorry, some are telling 350 billion dollar world's richest person. If you talk about his wealth compared to any other leader like American President Joe Biden or the previous president, Donald Trump, he is the richest man. But I wonder that how come he is became a kind of a so much wealthy. He's coming also from a very background, is a kind of an ordinary background. From there itself, if his main objective is to serve the nation, right? He is not a communist, I believe, and okay, if you analyze critically, probably origin is from the same socialistic, maybe communism mentality. Yes, God is coming from Jar system, joining army, then getting a kind of a break in 1985. What had happened in Russia? The communism, Russia is broken. The perestroika, I told you, Mikhail Gorbachev is coming to the picture. After that, in 1991-92, Russia is officially broken into pieces, right? This is the end of USSR, 1900. So end of Russia, if I take that end of Russia means end of Russia 1991, it's almost is finishing. The entire thing over there in Russia is broken, right? After that, small country that has been formed, right? Similar to India, right? Similar to India, it has been taken into small pieces over there, right? Now, each country is a separate country. Russia also is one of them. Putin is the president of Russia. Ukraine, they have their own president. They have every right to exercise their own wisdom and knowledge, getting kind of an European or UN membership and all those things. Those are very common. So every country wants to have their own prosperity or associated to different unions, that is known. But what made Mr. Putin so aggressive against Ukraine, that is known to everybody? It's a long plan, and I could see that individual mind is taken a very kind of a drastic step in order to counter Ukraine and is putting his kind of all defense mechanism into inside. Invading is too much, right? One can fight from the border, that one can see those things are common in many countries, like sometime in India we have borderline fights, right? But it's invading and affecting common people, killing small kid. It's very very torturing kind of thing. That is what it's very paining. This is very painful exercise probably for a common man watching all those things. It is too much. And kind of statement that is coming out from different media, is putting his kind of an atom bomb warheads. Because Russia has got the maximum number of warheads. I do have statistics over here, right? In Russia, you have 5,977 warheads. Compared to US, it is 5,500, close to 50. China is only having 350. Then followed by UK 225, France also having 290, Pakistan 165, India 150, Israel again it's close to 90. Those data are available in public domain, but in a realistic way it is very very difficult to understand actual how many numbers it is. It is an estimated thing, right? But what is there is going inside, nobody knows, right? And Mr. Putin is the richest man, is a dictator. His entire Russia, like media, newspaper, media, everything is been like is handled by their PRO or whatever you say it. You do not have the voice like in China. The same thing, right, is happening, right? So it's very parallel thing. What is happening in Russia and what is happening in China? It is almost parallel thing. I have explained in many videos that this kind of China is a very kind of a communist country, but till they are silently killing the democratic voice of their own citizens. That is what it is, in very much in danger. I told in second world war, the most benefit somebody has got is the America. Now in China, in the name of corona, they are doing all kind of exercise. Everybody knows, but nobody is able to do anything because they become so powerful individually, because they have their entire business hub located in China, both from Europe, from America, from Africa, anything you say in the Arabian world. Everybody has got their manufacturing unit, and those are the reasons probably nobody is speaking anything. But the problem is not there. If they are doing all those exercise very nicely in a democratic way for the betterment of humanity, is fine. But those kind of adventurism, attacking or invading some country, it is too much to digest. Similar with China, they are indirectly proxy war they are making. They are putting baseline in Pakistan, all kind of sea base, like making kind of Sri Lanka. I went to Sri Lanka. The entire Sri Lanka is been sponsored by Chinese money. There are small countries down also, Maldives and all those countries, because it's a basically plan. If it's a long-term plan, somebody is taking. Both Putin and Chinese president, both are what they have done. They have making a kind of a permanent position, they will be selected by default. Their Politburo or anywhere, China, they made is a kind of a permanent arrangement for the present president. The friends, what I was trying to tell you, it is America. Till you have the democracy, that somebody will be selected, and he or she has to do this job. I respect American democracy, how this is functioning. Still, in a sober way, they are doing it, even though their policies are sometimes it's under scanner, or one can criticize also the thing they are doing it for various countries. This is not good, or I told you many times that this is like in Arabian countries mostly. The I told Bin Laden and is a creation, right? It's because the American very aggressive policies make somebody more violent. In that case, that Bin Laden episode, it is known to everybody. Is is a quite educated fellow, and if you read his biography, the kind of degrees Bin Laden was having, he's an engineer, then multiple things he has done in his life, but taken a different kind of route to fight against America. I do not know whether it is bad or good. Similar way, when America attacked whatever you call it, Saddam Hussein regime, in the name of anthrax, Colin Powell and American administration in 2003, 4, 5, they have totally destroyed this kind of establishment. Whether this is bad or good, again I told it is the part of economic aggression, elimination of Saddam Hussein. They have not found also anthrax, and there is no publication from recognized journal stating that they have something they have found out. Iraq has been totally destroyed. Nobody is coming. Your this thing, our Afghanistan, what is happening? There are close to 70 million people are like under stress condition. Americans, they have left it. This is a recent incident. I made few videos. Those are heartening thing, and those things we should not repeat. Those things, if you are talking about betterment or humanity part, those has to be taken into consideration. I told our democracy is not very far. 150 years back we have monarchy. If any country is running their own country in a nice way, better way, whichever way, we should not enter or interfere. That is what we feel. I personally feel that way. Friends, what I was trying to tell over here, that the important aspect is there, each country's internal matter is their internal matter. Let them sort it out. There are many issues. This Pakistan policy, I told you, there's sometimes they use for the economic aggression, India, Pakistan, this unnecessary fight. What we are doing, like we are buying unnecessary weapon. Because any American president is coming, is making visit from Delhi to, is going to Islamabad, going back to again their respective country, that is Washington DC. This is kind of an indirect pressure, like buying equipment business. Now I told you, here in nuclear business, right, every country is more or less having nuclear. Good countries, right, their economy is good, they are now having this formula and atom bomb, hydrogen bomb, all those things they have, and many things they have. We do not know also what kind of things they have. Whatever public domain, I told you the number of warheads. If like at any given point in time, if Putin is thinking in a very mad way, I can use this terminology, mad way, if he's charging, it has got the capabilities to destroy, penetrate deep into any country and make havoc. Now other country also won't be silent. Here I'm talking about the balancing act, diplomatic channel, talking, discussing, not to exercise those kind of thing. That's why I told Mr. Narendra Modi not to take support from anything. India is a beautiful country and we have enough thing without having support from Russia and entire Europe, even from the America also. If we boycott it, nothing is going to happen. If you take the total population also, entire America, entire Europe, and entire Russia all together, all population is all together. If you total it, their population will be much lesser than India. This much I can tell you. In terms of intellectual capabilities, many things we have, and we need to have the policy framework. That is what we have been telling. I talked about my previous videos. So many medical students, so and different admission they have taken in the Russian countries like Ukraine and Russia. They are now facing problem. In India, we can have affordable medical. They are only going not because of there is a facilities, it is because of cheap. That is what it is. So in India, we can also have affordable medical because it is possible, because medical science for up to MBBS you don't require such kind of instrument or research activities for that matter. In India, you can always make affordable medical, and what is also need of the hour. Another 15-20 years, we need millions of doctors, millions of engineers to develop this nation. Everybody's wish should be the nation development. That is what it is. Nation, each nation, one has to be little nationalist over here. That is what I am trying to tell over here. If you do not have this nationalism concept, things will be much more worse. This is what I can tell you. It will be much more worse situation if Putin, like if he's trying to place any kind of nuclear warhead and targeting to different country, within 10 minutes everything will be finished. This whole world, this much I can tell you. Now it is our wish and wisdom. I always say our political leaders must be under scrutiny over here. I think, if I am not wrong over here, just few years back when Mr. Putin, not Mr. Putin, Donald Trump was speaking something, there are media, they told that he lost his mind and is an imbalanced fellow. He might fall into, they have the also nuclear arsenal, they might use it in a wrong way. And in that context, the some kind of medical panel or something, as if one UN can send something to Mr. Putin to see his brain mapping or many things, probably they can do it. UN probably can take a role over here with a ground that what is the audacity he has got right now to not to respect UN or NATO. That is what my question. If he's not respecting, means is too much to handle, right? He's either he's very confident what he is doing, or he's simply ignoring those UN and NATO, because it has happened many times. We have ignored those organizations. Time has come to rethink, and India probably can take a very calculated thing, and one can refer my many videos for that matter. And this is the only message I want to convey, because I've been speaking for a long time. I don't like to continue. I wish Mr. Narendra Modi, I need to be little charged, because I could see that students are stuck up in the borderline. Yesterday I made a video stating that my daughter, she was also planning to go to same country right now. If I could have sent her with admission and all those things, I could have been like, no, sitting here not making this video. At least this much I can tell you. The point what I want to make here, the individual right, common man life is under stake, and this political fight is one country to another country with no reason, no justification. If this is happening, what is going to happen now? My balancing act, I told you I want to finish it, my mathematical balancing act. I know Russia will be supported, right? No, China and Pakistan is going to support Russia. My another submission in rest world, because I could see today uh, the president of Ukraine is also been congratulated by the European Union House. It's a nice gesture. I could see it. Those kind of pressures are very important, right? No, giving pressure to such kind of countries is very important here in Mr. Putin. So how big he might be, how wealthy it might be, doesn't matter at the end of the day. He can enjoy, his family can enjoy rest of his life, whatever, but what is this invasion business? It is not understood. So Ukraine has got right to defend their own country from the invader or invaders, whichever way you say it. That is what my point. India must watch carefully. I can again tell you the positioning of India. Without anybody's help, India can survive, and whatever basic things are required, India can produce without taking any help. But I can tell you this Europe, even Russia, without somebody's help, nothing they can do it. If that diplomatic channel that has been utilized not to provide things what is used to be supplied to them, it is very important to make them realize that those things are bad things. That is what I want to tell over here. Mr. Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, or Defense Ministry should be in alert, and I think they are getting into again this China and all those people, like, they are very shrewd. Whatever happening in the area of Ladakh and all those things, all those adventurism is very bad thing. What I am feeling, each country should be given freedom to take care of their internal matter. We should think progressive way. We should give up the nuclear things, which should utilize for the betterment of humanity, science and technology, medical research, those kind of thing. I talked about all those issues in various videos. Here I want to summarize. Here in India, again, it's a nice country. People should be united, not talking very loose way or loosely. All those things, it should be taken into very serious ways. Friends, I want to thank everybody over here. Today I thought of making few videos. I could finish it. I wish Mr. Narendra Modi also will be taking a kind of a role, mentorship role. If America and India are taking kind of a mentorship role, the situation can be brings down to the normal state. That is what I am feeling. I know China and Pakistan is going to support Russia by default for their vested interest. I am a strong belief the rest countries can be united, and they can speak against the Putin. That is what I want to tell India. They will have nothing to lose if this fellow is having close to how many. This statistical data I am giving, Russia is having 5,997, close to 6,000 nuclear weapon warheads. So those things are not been prepared to make kind of a nice meal. I believe it is meant to utilize as and when required. If this madness, like imagine here, this NATO and UN is united and speaking against this gentleman, he might do anything. Like that it had happened, right, in many places in Ukraine, all those electrical power supply, I could see a lot of literature available. The hacking business is there. You can hack the entire system, entire generator and everything, your power supply, there will be a shortage of power supply. Many places you can use it. Turning down websites, turning down people to people contact, those things are very heartening. Only thing, what is going on with the common people, nobody can understand these political leaders. I wish they should exercise their knowledge and wisdom for the better Mother Earth if they desire. Otherwise, history is going to remember the way I am remembering Hitler, reading Hitler as a bad man, same thing Stalin, all those people like whoever has done the bad karma. Definitely, I'm going to speak on that purpose. It will be again another 25 years down the line. How history sees them, that is more important. I wish our political system, they have their big minds are sitting. I am nobody to advise them. I only say what? Nothing. I only say save this Mother Earth by any means. That is what it is. If you are not able to save this Mother Earth, this political system leaders, who is going to save? So, this is very important to save this Mother Earth, make it is a nice place for everybody to live, and the money we are spending for those kind of bad activities, right, it can be curtailed down and utilized for the humanity betterment, healthcare system, education system, many things we can do it, but that kind of desire and wisdom we should have it. Otherwise there is no point in telling is not going to have. It is my academic exercise, I have been doing it, and I feel this small right I have to do that, right? So this world is a nice place for everybody, right? I wish one day everything will be nice if our knowledge and wisdom we exercise it for the betterment. For their good political leaders like Mr. Narendra Modi, we have a background like everything. We have a spirituality, many things are there. Same thing American president, same thing Europe. Many body can support it, right? This support is very important. Otherwise, those supports are going to be helpful, right? Both morally, it can boost our individual, the common people, the sufferings you have, that is too much suffering here. When I say too much suffering, when people are taking loan and going abroad for medical studies to save money, because in India our medicals are very expensive. I have requested in my previous videos, government of India must look into it, set up medical colleges. Anybody who wishes to study, no problem, with a regional some price which is affordable. So now the situation, what is happening with their parents, so those things has to be taken very seriously, and I wish our Prime Minister is a very sensitive person. He will do his best by using his knowledge and wisdom. That is what I can feel, and backed up by the administration, the think tank, whatever I want to say over here. Thank you very much again. Now this nice music is going on. I'm not punching here any songs because I'm not fearing. I am thinking that this YouTube and Facebook they consider, but YouTube, any song you upload it, they will try to put a red mark, like kind of a ban or copyright act, many things they will say. That's why I'm not telling anything. Finally, I want to say every Indian say Bande Mataram, Bande Mataram. That's all. Thank you very much. Bye bye. It's almost 4 hours. I have spoken in three videos. Today I don't like to speak on those issues more. I want to see then what will happen. The day goes, picture will be clear. अभी तो ट्रेलर है, पिक्चर तो बाकी है. I don't know. The equilibrium when will come, if this trailer will be converted, many countries is going to support Ukraine. This much I can tell you. There will be a balance, and Mr. Putin will be forced to come down, come down, come down. This much I can say. He will come down. Thanks a lot. Good morning to everybody. Bye bye. Take care. Bye bye.